CA inter and CA mentor students. There is an important video and request you kindly watch this video. And if at all, if you feel that it is most valuable advice that I ever given, the most valuable advice that I ever given, please share this video with your friends. Let me continue. And the agenda of this meeting or the agenda of this video is which is suggestible, which is suitable, is that a crash batch or the study version revision examination batches for repeaters. Let us suppose that you have failed CA Inter or CMA Inter. After that, what next? Is it advisable for you to join for crash batch or is it advisable for you to join for study version revision examination batches? By the way, let me remind you, I'm making this video on 17th of January 2020. As on today, I have completed my 21 years of successful journey as a chartered accountant. Apart from that, I have been associated with this course for more than 4 years as a student. In total, my association with this course is more than 25 years, which is more than your age. So you please respect my experience. You please consider my experience before you please trust on my advice. Let me continue, my dear students. Okay, my dear students. Argue based on my experience as a senior academician in South India. Would you admit that or not? I'm one of the senior academicians in South India for the coaching classes or for the courses like CA and CMA. So based on my seniority, I give some suggestions or some criteria to be followed before a student can take a decision whether to go for crash batch classes or the study version revision examination. First one. Suppose a student has scored more than or equal to 180 out of 200 marks. In such a case, it is absolutely advisable for such student to go for study version revision examination batches rather than the crash batch coach. And by the way, let me remind you, from the point of view of management, it is highly advisable or it is highly suggestible for a student to join for crash. Since the coaching fees for crash batch is little higher than the study version revision examination. But majority of the cases, whosoever meet me in person, they are the eyewitness. I recommend for majority of the students to go for study version revision examination rather than crash batch. For the reason that I never consider money as my main motto. You ask if you expect me to give a suggestion, it is my absolute duty to give an unbiased suggestion. And my unbiased suggestion for majority of the students is to go for study and revision examination, but not crash batch. I just want to repeat: if you join for crash batch, it is more beneficial for the management than taking admission for study and revision examination batches. For the reason that the fees is more for crash batch than study and revision examination. So I already told you the first condition or the first parameter or the first criteria to be seen before taking admission for or before taking decision whether to join for crash batch or study batch. So coming to the second criteria, you have taken coaching 2 years back. Let us suppose that you have taken coaching 2 years back. In such a case, blindly go for crash batch. Irrespective of your marks, blindly go for crash batch. Don't even look for any other alternative. Blindly go for crash batch. And even in case of crash batch, blindly go for offline batches, not for online batches. Yeah, Are Baba, you have failed for multiple times only for the reason that you have been attending the classes in online. Again, why is that you are repeating the same mistake? Are you so ignorant? Are you so innocent? Even the people of even the kids of 4 to 5 years, yes, they won't repeat the same mistake. Why you are repeating the same mistake? So you go for offline classes at least this time. You listen to me. You consider my experience, and you please assume me as your father, as your elder brother. Don't assume me. Don't think that I'm advising you in the capacity of mastermind director. I'm advising you in the capacity of your father, or as in the capacity of your elder brother. You please consider my 25 years of experience. The third criteria, if you feel that you don't have proper confidence with respect to the subject, you don't have proper grip on the subject, in such a case, better you go for coaching classes. I'm the crash batch coach. You yourself admitting that you don't have proper grip on the subject. You yourself is admitting that you are not able to recall the subject. You haven't attended for the classes properly, or having attended the classes properly, but the faculty who took the classes for you haven't taught you properly. So in simple, you don't have proper confidence or proper grip on enough grip on subject. In such a case, blindly go for coaching classes, otherwise called as crash match coaching. The next one, my dear students, my dear students, before you come to a conclusion, my another advice is you please talk to your seniors also who completed successfully either CA inter or CMA inter or CA final or CMA final. And majority of the students I found that you have been taking advice from the so-called unsuccessful students. Nothing wrong in that. If they have done something wrong, that's why they are not able to qualify. Why is that you are taking advice from such students? Better you take advice from your seniors or your relatives or siblings who completed successfully either CA inter or CMA inter or CA final or CMA final. At least in such a case, if you feel that you don't have any such relatives or any such friends or any such siblings, in such a case, at least rely upon the advice being given by senior faculty like we people, either me or Prakash sir. The next criteria, if you feel that you don't have you're having sufficient grip on the subject, you're absolutely confident that you have enough, you are absolutely confident that you have enough grip on the subject. In such a case, in such a case, go for study hours and revision examination. I've seen some students who have enough confidence with respect to the subject, they have enough grip on the subject, but they have two limitations. What are those limitations? Either they don't have enough practice of attending the examinations, writing the examinations, or they lack in proper revision. So if you are suffering from lack of proper revision, or if you are suffering from lack of enough revision examinations, I mean to say, practicing enough revision examination. So you are comfortable with respect to the subject, but you haven't appeared for enough number of examinations, and you haven't done proper revision. Then one stop solution is a revision examination. And students, let us suppose that you have taken a decision to attend for the study and revision examination batches as against to crash batches. That's a good decision. That's a good decision, but don't come into a conclusion. Don't come to a conclusion blindly without analyzing the reasons I have stated, without analyzing the factors, or without considering the factors I have stated. Don't come to a conclusion, a blind conclusion. Don't jump into a blind conclusion. Let me continue. Let us suppose that you have taken a decision to attend for the study and revision examination. In such a case, my next question is it online or offline? Again, you're committing the same mistake if you want to go for online. Better, at least you realize now. Failed multiple times only because of the online revision examination, online. Is it not? In such a case, why should you repeat the same mistake again and again? Let me continue. So we got enough clarity with respect to the online and offline. Now coming to structured and unstructured study and revision examination. That is, I'll tell you a simple example. Let us suppose that you have decided to join for study hours and revision examination, study hall or with a library. Nothing wrong in that. Nothing wrong in that. And I found no mistake. I found no mistake with study hall people or library people. They haven't done anything wrong. In fact, they have opened those study halls for the sake of competitive examinations, and we people, we the students of CA and CMA courses, wrongly chosen such study halls are libraries. Yes, I'll tell you why is it so. I made a statement that we are choosing. It's a wrong decision to go for study halls and libraries. Why is it so wrong? I'll tell you. Suppose you are attending the study halls in a study hall. It's called unstructured. My dear students, let us suppose that you are attending the study halls in, even if you don't come in on one day, your parents will get a call, and a follow-up call will also be made to you. Not, is that not a kind of monitoring we are doing? Is that not a kind of discipline we are inculcating? Is that not required for a student of CA or CMA courses? Yes, absolutely. You need a follow-up, you need a monitoring, you need a guidance. Second one, Immediately after taking admission into mastermind, you'll be given a schedule which is absolutely missing in a study hall or in a lab. What do you mean by schedule? It contains the topics or the chapters to be revised on day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, etc., etc., etc. In case of master, will be organized. Weekly examinations. In some cases, it will be weekly once, and in some cases, it will be weekly twice, which are absolutely missing in unstructured study hours. I mean to say, study halls are libraries. And after completion of the examinations, you'll be shared the suggested answers so that it will facilitate the self-valuation. Is it not? Which is absolutely again missing in unstructured preparation, like preparation through study halls or libraries. And immediately after completion of the valuation, which is at maximum within 2 or 3 weeks, you will be given the valuation report, and your parents will also be informed the valuation. Sorry, your parents will also be informed the marks that you obtained by you. Is that not an added advantage? So that you can make a necessary correction by the time you go and appear for the final exam. My dear students, now the two questions I would like to answer again: offline or online? Always offline. Structured or unstructured? Always structured. Always structured. And let me tell you an example. Suppose, say, for example, one of your friends are not feeling well and you went for a medication. You went to a doctor. And there are three kinds of medication. There are three kinds of medication that are available. One is prescription, like in the name of tablets. The doctor may prescribe may prescribe your friend to take tablets. That is one kind of medication, the basic level of medication. And for some patients, the tablets may not be sufficient. In such a case, the doctor may recommend to go for a injection, which is a little more dosage. Some cases, in rare cases, it may not be appropriate, or it may not be suggestible, or it may not be sufficient for the patient to undergo medication in the name of tablets or in the name of injection. In such a case, what will happen? The doctor may suggest the patient to undergo a similar is the case. For majority of the students, I recommend the students to go for study hours and revision examination batches, which is similar to taking tablets. A simple medication. That is highly enough for majority of the students. And the second one, for 20 to 30% of the students, I suggest the students to go cash batch, which is similar to taking injection. For near about 50 to 60% of the students, I recommend to go for study hours. It is equivalent to taking medicines. That is enough. For 20 to 30% of the students, I recommend the students to go for injection, which is similar to, I recommend the students to go for crash batch, which is similar to taking injection, a little more dosage. And for 10% of the students, I strongly advise them to go for a regular batch again, a batch for 9 to 10 months. For them, neither study hours nor crash batch is absolutely not recommended. In those cases, even if they deny to accept my recommendation and again they go for study hours or crash batch, I know what's going to happen. The same result will repeat. And again and again and again and again, they need to appear for the examinations if they want to continue. Or they may even, out of frustration, they may even leave this course and they may join for some other. So in such a case, I advise that 10% of the students to go for again a complete regular batch, a batch for 9 to 10 months instead of going for a routine crash batch or routine study hours and revision examination batches. See, coming back to the unstructured study hours, I mean to say the study halls and libraries. I just told you, I just want to repeat that there's nothing wrong with those study halls and libraries. It is we people, it is we people approaching a wrong path, approaching a wrong path. I'll tell you. See, without attending for the revision examination, how can you say that you are revising your syllabus? So just by attending the study hours in a study hall, in an unstructured manner, can you say that you are revising your syllabus? See, are you able to recap your 9th class and 10th class preparation? Use it to write n number of examinations in the name of unit exams, pre-finals, half-yearly, quarterly examinations. Is it not? See, just for a small class like 9th class and 10th class, you use it to write many number of examinations. Whereas in case of an examination like CA and CMA, you are not even writing one single examination in the name of attending the study hours at study halls or libraries or own preparation or self-styled home preparation. My dear students, it is absolutely wrong. It is absolutely wrong. And before I conclude, I'd like to conclude with this one, with this last statement. Our asset is our question paper. The efforts that we make, the efforts that we make in preparing the revision examination schedule, and the efforts that we make in preparing the question paper, the weekly question paper, is absolutely unmatching. It's absolutely unmatching. And you believe it, not just the students of CA and CMA courses, even many other coaching centers are also fond of our questions. They also try to gather the question papers being circulated by mastermind. So all the best. Take a proper decision. So first one is crash match or study hours. This is the vital decision to be taken by you, offline or online. And if you choose to be offline, is it structured or unstructured? And if you feel that you need any assistance from me, yes, happily can feel free to contact me at msnmohan2013 at the rate gmail.com.